Hey, what's up, traders? It's July 31st, 2020, and we just finished the week. What a crazy week it was this week, man, for sure. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you. If you've never seen me before, we have an amazing group of traders. I teach a very fundamental and technical analysis approach to the markets. It's simple, it's easy to understand, and most importantly, it works if you're willing to put in the work. And by that, it means just learning it, taking the time, just like anything, and it can be super effective and life-changing for you. These methods have changed my life, and I know it'll change yours if you apply them. So if that interests you, if you want to be a part of a community of traders, click the link below to get started. And let's get right to it, man. Let's check it out. Here we are. I'm going to share my screen with y'all. Super hot and rainy where I'm at in the South in the United States, but the biggest thing, the biggest development this week for sure is EURUSD. So this is what I want to look at. This is a monthly chart. So I talked about this in my video last week. This is our monthly setup, and we hit the not last week, 2 days ago, 61.8% retracement. Broke out. So this is a monthly chart. You can see it on the weekly, or on this wick right here. This is a significant level I mapped out on our last video. Now let's take a look at the weekly though. Here we are. We broke up, and then big rejection, right? So we hit this level here, and this is what I'm getting at. We hit this level here, 1900, tagged at 1.19, and then got rejected. And the blue line at the top is where we hit. Now this is this multi-year trend line. I'm going to put another blue horizontal line where that was, as well as the breakout point, the 61.8. And you can see we closed in 15 minutes, 13 minutes. We closed below here. So what I mean by this, and what I'm trying to say, is potential, this is big, false breakout on EURUSD. So a lot of people could be getting along, or not a lot of people could be, a lot of people did. This is going to be interesting to see how this pans out next week. So if this was indeed a false breakout, we could get some serious momentum. And as I teach in my course, false breakout typically leads to a breakdown. And this is what it looks like we could be in the middle of, right? So all these people got positioned, long euro, short dollars, and going right into Friday. And this is what I talked about. I've been saying it all week as a potential scenario for us. And here we are, right? So, I'm not saying that, we aren't going to just kind of retest this 117 area, 116, but it's going to be a big deal to get to this breakout point. So the fact that we had this false breakout here, leads me to believe that, hey, we might be retesting this 50% retracement, or even this breakout point here, right? So because we never really got a significant breakout, or breakout and retest. I mean, if you want to call this a breakout and retest, but I wouldn't really go there. This just looks like we kind of held this level and then broke out. So if we break down completely, we could be going all the way down here to 114-ish, which, if that does happen, then that's going to be the opportunity to really dig your heels in and then get long on the euro. So it's going to be interesting to see how that pans out. And it's going to be super important. Next week is going to be crucial for the dollar, and we could be bouncing back in a big way across the board. So I'm going to pull up the dollar index here. So just like we had that false breakout in the euro, we could be looking at the same thing on the dollar index, right? Because this is just an inverse reciprocation of what's going on in the euro. And if that's the case, then we're going to challenge this trend line here. And another important piece to look at, and I shared this on my Instagram, dollar Swiss. Now, if we connect our fractals going here, and I shared this that because we broke out of this level here. In my Instagram post, I said that if we break out of here, this downtrend line, then in my opinion, we would have a false breakdown on our hands, which would be this area here. And then we could really see a rally in the dollar. So, you know, the Fed is doing everything it can to weaken the dollar. So, you know, I'm not saying just get crazy bullish on the US dollar, because you got to look at silver, got to look at gold, got to look at the big picture. The COVID-19 pandemic. That's right, I said pandemic. That's just my opinion. You might not agree with me, but anyways, it sure seems pretty mapped out to me. So, and I'm over it. So that's all I gotta say about that. Not gonna go into it longer, but listen to our podcast, Risk On, Risk Off. We're gonna talk about what's going on with the pandemic and all kinds of other stuff, masks and new lockdowns in the UK. So tune in. We'll be doing another episode of that this weekend. And that being said, hope you all have a great weekend. The thing is, man, it took a lot of push for us to get this. Everything rallied so hard against the dollar. And, you know, it was a tough trading week. We took a few losses in the VIP group that comes with the territory, because, man, the euro just was relentless. But that's how these banks operate, right? And so this is the false breakout narrative here. Now they're just going to rip everybody the other way. So you got to keep that in mind, especially with the way things have been going. It's just been ruthless out there. So be careful, especially going into next week. I'll be talking about more pairs on Sunday in our weekly Outlook video. And have an awesome weekend, everybody. Pray that this is all over soon and we can get our lives back to normal. So appreciate everybody out there, all my supporters, especially everybody in the VIP group. If you want to be a part of that, want to be a part of the best community of traders, people are going on, getting funded, becoming professionals, really changing their lives, click the link below to get started. Have an awesome Friday, everybody. Peace.